And all three of you guys had career highs in points today. Can each of you just talk a little bit about how that felt going into it?
I mean, I think it was a team type win. We were sharing the ball, getting open looks and things like that. We worked on our transition, and just doing the things we practiced just opened up for all three of us, I think. And I mean, that's what gave us our points.
Yeah, kind of what Lindsey said. Just passing the ball around, getting a lot of ball reversals opens up a lot of different opportunities for people. So just when that happens, it's easier to get to the basket and score.
I agree with what they said.
You guys closed the half on a 16-5 run. How big was it to go into halftime with that momentum? Because you came out of halftime bursting with energy.
I think it's pretty big, but another thing is what we're trying to focus on as we came out slowly in the second half, the last couple of games, just so knowing that we had a big run at the end and coming back out of halftime, knowing that we had to keep the run going, and that's a lot of discipline. It takes a lot of discipline.
How nice was it to see Kalia kind of get on track?
Yeah, that was good. You know, that was, I think, you know, she's been working really hard all season. Yeah, she's been working really hard on her shot, and even in the off season, I mean, she put a lot of time into improving her game offensively, and it just hadn't really clicked for her in the games. And so I'm really glad to see her kind of have a game, a breakout game for her, where you know she kind of could see the ball go in the basket and get a little bit of confidence.
Coach, looking back at the past few games, what have you seen in your team in their development in this game compared to the last few?
You know, one of the biggest things that we've been talking about a lot lately is just discipline, and the discipline to execute and stay focused on executing and not you know, playing haphazardly, and that's, I think that's one of the things that when you're young, you know, you don't always necessarily have the discipline to execute. And one of the things that I was pleased with today is I saw a lot more discipline out there, especially defensively in the first half. I saw a lot more discipline. You know, we had some breakdowns, and you know, we gave up too many points to one person. But what I'm starting to see is a lot more discipline, a lot more execution, and that's allowing us to be successful.
Able to put in Molly in late. How good that feel? Did you draw up a play for her maybe and get her basket, or you just threw her in there?
No, I didn't put in a play for anything. You know, I just wanted her to get a chance to get out there and play in front of our great crowd, and you know, have this experience, because she's been such a valuable part of our team. You know, in practice and you know, on the bench during games. I mean, she just brings so much to our team, and you know, to give her a chance to get out there and you know and get sweaty and get the ovation. You know, that's big for her, and I'm glad she got to have that experience. Something she'll remember for the rest of her life.
What was her reaction when you checked her in, and have you talked to her after the game? And maybe
I haven't talked to her yet, but you know, the assistant coaches were getting her ready, so you know she had some time to you know kind of work through the nerves and things of that. But you know, she was ready. She wasn't smiling or anything. She was, you know, she ran in the game. She was ready to defend, and so she was good.
Coach, can you speak to the trio of Spann, Mitchell, and Moore, and just what they bring to you know your offensive and defensive strategy?
Well, they're our starting backcourt, the three of them, and they're starting to develop a chemistry on both ends of the floor. You know, and chemistry, I think, especially with guard play, is, you know, for us that's been big. When our guard play has been fluid, we've been a better team, and I think that's what we saw out there tonight is those three, and also Coquese Civilian. You know, that rotation. They started to develop a camaraderie out there on both ends of the floor, and you know, when they're playing that way, and they're playing with that kind of confidence, and they're playing with that kind of synergy amongst themselves, it rubs off on the rest of the team and provides us opportunities to make good plays.
I think, you know, being in Illinois and playing against the Penn States, as I said to Coach before the game, I said, boy, it's a lot different walking in here without the Maggie Lucases and the Alex Bentleys of the world. It's, you know, it was a little breather, because every year it was like, you're not close enough, oh Maggie, you're not close enough. But you know, this is a pivotal point for them as well. You know, they lost great players, great players, you know, and they're doing the same thing, they're building. So you know, I just think they're very young right now, you know, which with youth you don't have a lot of patience. But I think you see a lot of good things and a lot of things happening and coming, and I think they'll be great once they get into conference time.